agent and some 4-H leaders here.
Tonight we have with us, if I can get it out, Abby Jo Dwyer and Reagan Dwyer. Abby's in the 3rd grade and Reagan's in the 6th grade. They're members of the Farewell 4-H Club, and their parents are Kelly and Keith Dwyer. Abby Jo is going to say our pledge, and Reagan's going to say our invocation. She's the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Thank you for this day, Lord. Thank you for giving us a wonderful day. Thank you for giving us all these people that we are here today. Please help them make the right decisions for God and the county. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. You may be seated. Now call the meeting to order. If you got a cell phone, please turn it off. If you wish to speak, raise your hand and wait till you're notified. Ms. Connie, would you do the roll call, please?
J.P. Deaton.
Here.
J.P. Olson.
Here.
J.P. Farrell.
Here.
J.P. Johnson.
Here.
J.P. Phillips.
Here.
J.P. Hicks.
Here.
J.P. Batt.
Here.
J.P. McNeely.
Here.
J.P. Hall.
Here.
J.P. Swafford.
Here.
And J.P. Howerton.
Here.
Thank you.
Next item of business is disposition of journal proceedings. If there's no correction to the approval minutes, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion to approve.
Matt made a motion to approve.
I've got a correction.
Okay.
It has me saying that the ordinance for the 911 committee, that I said that it did not specify a clear number, and what I said is it did not specify the need for clear balance throughout the county. Okay, could you tell me where that's at? On the 2nd page, the 3rd sentence from, or 4th sentence from the bottom. Okay, so what does it need to say? That I said that it didn't specify a need for a clear balance throughout the county of committee members. You want it, instead of number, it needs to say balance. Right. Thank you. A clear balance. Yes. Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay, tell me again
No motion to correct that.
who did the motion?
Matt?
Matt?
No, I'll second.
Hmm?
Do I need to make a motion?
No, he gets corrected.
No, yeah.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, next item of business is number 6. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Jack?
I'd like to add a G to it, which would be a discussion of courthouse update.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Larry, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item of business is public comments, 3 minutes. Do we have any? If we do, raise your hand, please. Come forward.
Greetings, evening. My name is Ruby Steinberg.
Pardon?
Microphones, so we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this one's not working. Hi, my name is Ruby Steinbrickner. I'm a resident of 905, 6785 County Road 905, and in the Alpena district. And our road has deteriorated to the point of being a goat trail, literally. There are other issues on the road, but for me, those issues on fence lines don't affect me. I don't have a fence yet, but I do want that corrected so when I do put up a fence, I don't lose it to the road. But there are places in the road that are so narrow that your tires run the edge of both sides of the road, meaning that if you meet somebody on the road, there's nowhere to go otherwise into the ditch. We know somebody tore the back end of their vehicle out because they had to move off the road, and it's just terrible. It is. I think it was a couple of years ago, they invested money into the 412 side on the side, as you turn off of 920, there's two ways to turn on 905, one toward 412 and then one towards 103. The road to 412 got repairs. Beautiful road. Wonderful. Problem is, there's maybe a tenth of the residences on the distance that was fixed than the first mile of 905 turning toward 103, and I'd like to know why. Our road was bad then. Well, it's horrible now. It's beyond horrible. It just really is bad. And with the rains, yes, it's even gotten worse. But it was bad before the rains. So we would really like our road addressed. And I thank you.
What's your county road?
905. And it's the section from 920 to 103. But mostly from 920 up, would you say about 4 miles?
Yeah.
About 4 miles.
Oh, okay, patches.
Yeah. There are sections, yeah, excuse me. Okay, that's all.
I'd like to say thank you for your comment.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing you probably don't know, the part that got fixed was a FEMA project, and the federal government paid 75% of it. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
can we have that on our side?
Thank you.
One more.
Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
My name is Charlotte Keys. I live right down the road from her on 905. I would like to take issue with the rocks going up on the fence line because I do have fence lines. And it's not just, I understand you've got to grade the road, but it's not just that he's throwing the rocks up on the fence, but he's filling in the ditches where the culverts are, and that is washing it on top of the fence. I don't know if y'all ever dug a fence up from under the road. It's horrible. You're out there for hours with a pickaxe trying to pull that fence up. And I do understand water's going to move things, but if those ditches were dug out like they should be, the water would flow instead of bringing all the rocks with it. So that's my main concern, because she already covered the other, because that road is awful. There are potholes that you just have to creep because your vehicle's doing this, trying to get through it.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, we'll move on. Miscellaneous. Sure, we don't have any. Old business, we don't have any. Next item is new business. Number 8. Resolution. Who wants to read that?
If you don't mind, sir, actually, there's not a resolution for that. We just have to vote to approve the Quorum Court representative to the equalization board.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passed.
Thank you.
Next item of business is a resolution to the library board to Mr. Hicks.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Carroll County, State of Arkansas, a resolution being entitled, a resolution approving letter of intent between the Carroll County Library Department Board of Trustees and the City of Berryville. Whereas the Berryville Public Library has outgrown its present facilities, and whereas the City of Berryville has offered land located at Sprinkle Street and Simpson Avenue in Berryville, Arkansas, at cost to build a new library facility. Whereas the land will not be purchased until a successful capital campaign is completed by the Carroll County Library Department Board of Trustees. Whereas no appropriated county funds will be used for said project. Now therefore be it resolved that the Quorum Court of Carroll County, State of Arkansas, hereby approves the Carroll County Library Department Board of Trustees in a letter of intent with the City of Berryville, Arkansas, to purchase land at Springfield Street and Simpson Avenue to build a new library facility. Comments?
You approve it?
I approve it. I'll second it.
And Don second, any discussion? Mr. Hicks?
This is a really nice piece of property across from the Maryville City Park and City Pool. And, like I said, they have a successful campaign going already. We're raising money for this, project, and they have outgrown the present facility. But, it's a very nice piece of property that runs from Springfield, or Simpson to Springfield, Street.
John?
Just a question, what's the total cost of the project?
I don't know that we have a total cost. The property, from what I've been told, is $45,000, which they have way more than that right now to cover that.
Larry?
Is that where the old nursing home is? It's not on the nursing home property, it's right next to it.
Okay. Is there gonna be, after a building is built, plenty of room for a parking lot?
Oh, I believe so, yeah. I believe it's 2 acres.
Chuck?
I was just going to ask a question, right now. The city owns the building, but the county is going to still be responsible for the operations?
No, this is just, the city just entered an agreement to hold the land.
Just the land?
Until they want to purchase it, they're not going to sell it to anybody else.
Anyone else? Larry?
But, and, I think that's already the way it is, but the only thing that will be used is library funds. It comes out of library millage, there won't be no county funds used up for the purchase of the land or rent.
This is going to be a fundraising campaign, all paid for by private donations.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Johnny Dominic, Regional Library Administrator of the Carroll Madison Library System, and actually we cannot use millage money towards capital improvement, so this will all be privately fundraised.
Thank you. Great.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Call for the vote?
J.P. Deaton?
Yes.
J.P. Olson?
Yes.
J.P. Farrell?
Yes.
J.P. Johnson?
Yes.
J.P. Phillips?
Yes.
J.P. Hicks?
Yes.
J.P. Mack?
Yes.
J.P. Neely?
Yes.
J.P. Hall?
Yes.
J.P. Swafford?
Yes.
J.P. Halligan?
Yes.
Next item of business is C. John Howard, would you like to read that?
A resolution approving an equipment rental agreement between Carroll County Airport and Williams Tractor for commercial work. Whereas the Carroll County Airport Commission wishes to enter into an agreement with Williams Tractor to lease for a period of 5 years a Hustler Super S-104 commercial mower. The lease includes the trade-in and refinance of unpaid balance of a Kubota 2014 model 3901 6-foot cutter, making the total lease value at $19,995. Whereas the cost of the lease per year will involve no additional appropriation from the county during a 5-year term of the contract. Now therefore be it resolved that the Quorum Court of Carroll County, State of Arkansas, hereby approve the equipment rental agreement between Carroll County Airport and Williams Tractor, Carroll, Arkansas.
Move to approve. John moved to approve, who's second?
I'll second.
Jack second, any discussion?
This is just replacing a tractor and brush hog that was purchased between the changes from the previous group of directors out there and the ones that's on it now. It was overgrown real bad at the time, and they got the tractor and brush hog, but since then, they have got the property in shape to where it is slow using that. They needed to do something to speed up the mowing. They mow so much out there. So they're trading the tractor and brush hog and box blade unit and buying this Hustler mower. It's got an 8-foot cut, should cut down the mowing time considerably. Money is $100 a month less than what they're paying on what they got now. It is a little bit misleading. There will be money required years 4 or 5, or 2, 3, 4, 5, just as we've been supplementing in the past.
Okay.
It will be less.
Jack?
Mike, you gonna be able to ride this one, or?
I would think so, yes.
Larry?
Now, are we buying it or leasing?
It's lease to own, dollar purchase at the end of the agreement.
Okay, because I know it said leasing there.
Okay.
Anyone else? Call for the vote.
Harry?
I understood it to just be leased, so I wondered if the wording should say lease to own, I don't,
The contract does say lease to own, but.
so it doesn't, it's okay if it's not in here, okay.
Anyone else? Call for the vote.
J.P. Deaton,
Yes.
J.P. Olson,
Yes.
J.P. Farrow,
Yes.
J.P. Johnson,
Yes.
J.P. Phillips,
Yes.
J.P. Hicks,
Yes.
J.P. Mack, J.P. McNeely,
Yes.
J.P. Hall,
Yes.
J.P. Swafford,
Yes.
and J.P. Howard.
Yes.
Next item of business is D with ordinance. Would you read that, Ms. Connie, please?
An ordinance amending ordinance 1994-15, the tax for Highland Park subordinate service district to reflect a change in the annual assessment levy for the year 2019.
Move to approve.
Chuck moved to approve, who's second? Matt, any discussion? Chuck?
What Highland Park is doing is lowering their assessment from the present value to zero. And this will be for the tax year of 2019. Remember, the taxes are always 1 year in arrears, so that starting at January 1st next year, there'll be no taxes collected for that subordinate service.
Any more discussion, Ms. Clark?
Maybe it's a question, but where is Highland Park?
Highland Park is out, it's one of the communities, residential communities off of Mondale Road outside Beaver Lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was Highland Park.
And-
Where is that at?
Any more discussion?
Right.
Larry?
It's just a little ways before we get started. Is this just for that 1 year and then it goes back, or is it?
Chuck?
This is a permanent change. This is a forerunner to them disbanding or discontinuing subordinate services. So this will cut off the funding. Next year, they'll get whatever taxes is due to it, and then in a year or two, we will then disband the subordinate services.
Anyone else? Call for the vote.
J.P. Deaton,
Yes.
J.P. Olson,
Yes.
J.P. Farrow,
Yes.
J.P. Johnson,
Yes.
J.P. Phillips,
Yes.
J.P. Hicks,
Yes.
J.P. Mack, J.P. McNeely,
Yes.
J.P. Hall,
Yes.
J.P. Swafford,
Yes.
J.P. Howard.
Yes.
Next item of business is E. Would you read that, Ms. Connie, please?
A supplemental appropriation ordinance amending ordinance 2018-46, the 2019 budget ordinance, and appropriating funds to increase maintenance custodial position to 40 hours.
Chuck approved,
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Ms. Farrow second. Any discussion? Chuck?
Hopefully some of you noticed that we have been doing a lot of upgrading in the courtroom here in the courthouse. Jackson will talk about that later. But what we're doing is we're asking the custodial maintenance person to do a lot more things than he has been doing in the past, and so he'll need a little more time to do that.
Any more, Jack?
I remember a year or two ago, we talked about hiring pretty much another person. And the judge at that time suggested we use the janitor, and he has taken some classes, and he's been working on this to do the maintenance and the janitor part. And we never did move him from 35 to 40 hours in. He's been, as you know, we had the electrician come in and grade all this. Well, a lot of stuff was changing the receptacle or changing the light bulb. Well, Scotty was able to do that for us, and he took out some drop cord and stuff, so he's taking any more hours to get work done. And so, stepped him out.
Anyone else? Call for the vote.
J.P. Deaton?
Yes.
J.P. Olson?
Yes.
J.P. Farrell?
Yes.
J.P. Johnson?
Yes.
J.P. Phillips?
Yes.
J.P. Hicks?
Yes.
J.P. Mack? Yes. J.P. McNeely?
Yes.
J.P. Hall?
Yes.
J.P. Swafford?
Yes.
J.P. Howerton?
Yes.
Next item of business is F. Would you read that, Ms. Connie, please?
A supplemental appropriation ordinance amending ordinance number 2018-46, the 2019 budget ordinance, and appropriating funds for reimbursements to Department Search and Rescue and grants and aids.
You approve, Kelly?
I move to approve.
Do I hear a second? Matt,
I'm
second.
sorry, who seconded that?
Matt? Any discussion? John? Oh, Ms. Farrell?
I was just wondering how it happened that the vendor got the wrong check. Do we have a history on what created that problem?
Let me look. Oh, the 26640?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, when I get a stack of checks in my office, I get a stack of checks in my office. And so this was one of those situations where it got stuck in the envelope with the, check that went to another vendor. And the other vendor, who is a large corporation, didn't look at it, and so it was cashed by them, and they just put it into a couple of the utility bills and split it apart. Well, I found the error, and so I contacted the vendor, and I said, you will send me that back. So they did, and so now we've got to put it back in that line item because we needed to pay that other vendor, which we'd already done. Thank you.
Anyone else? Call for the vote.
J.P. Deaton?
Yes.
J.P. Olson?
Yes.
J.P. Farrell?
Yes.
J.P. Johnson?
Yes.
J.P. Phillips?
Yes.
J.P. Hicks?
Yes.
J.P. Mack? Yes. J.P. McNeely?
Yes.
J.P. Hall?
Yes.
J.P. Swafford?
Yes.
J.P. Howerton?
Yes.
Next item of business is added sheet. Do you want to discuss that, John?
I had to be out of sheet to start with here. Remember back earlier in the year, we appropriated $50,000 into courthouse maintenance. It started out, you see, we spent about $97.50 to get the foundations fixed, so we went back down, taking care of that. We spent a total of $87,750 with Integrity Construction. That was to build the judge and run their new office space down here where we're at now. And Friendly Glass, we had to meet the fire codes, the door at the end of the hallway down there for Quorum's and Connie's office swung in, which is just the fire code's got to swing out. So we put in a new door there, and got that done. Connie needed a sliding glass between her and the secretary and their window. They got that done. We spent $500 on getting the entire building inspected as far as other issues with electrical. And then we spent $490 of the electrician fixing stuff that Scotty didn't feel comfortable fixing. And then, we spent another $300 on some sheet metal to fix this awning out here above that security door, to get that taken care of. We spent $650 over the Chuck was getting the judges in Rhonda's old office repainted, and we moved the Veterans Administration into that office. Mix lumber, we spent $115 on stuff that Scotty needed for receptacles and stuff to fix up, the nails. The only thing we haven't spent the money on, we've got it appropriated for that, is $4,800. That's to take care of all the gigs in Connie's office, or those two offices down there, where the electrical goes, which would have left us a total of $2,510, and I found out that we spent another $1,400 I didn't know about, getting the downspout rebuilt on here. So we're down to about $1,100, so we got left over $50,000. You see down there, this is work that Connie's asked to be done in her office in that area, as far as get the flooring fixed, and I agree with the carpet stuff down there just pretty much wore away in areas. And, that's gonna run about $8,000 and about $16,000 for fixing the wall, repainting everything, taking care of some light fixtures, put in new drop ceiling panels and stuff along there. That's pending work. And then we're looking at power washing and taking care of the outside of the building, and then totally resealing everything to brighten up the outside of the building, which is gonna run about another $23,000, is one bid we've got on it. The thing about it is, what I want to do is, in the past, we've had committees that did materialize it just on paper. Well, this year, the facilities committee and the budget committee have been working very hard on this, and I feel it's our responsibility to report back to you people, to let you know, keep you up to date on what's going on. You know, we don't want to make a lot of decisions out there spending money and then let you guys know about it, later. So basically what we've done, we spent the $50,000, and that's what we spent it on. The question is now, do we want to spend another $50,000 on the rest of this building sometime the rest of this year, or we want to wait till we do it another time? And I'm just going to kind of throw this out as a discussion. Any questions about what we spent money on? And if you get a chance, you go down and look around, so.
Sure.
Guy signs with our audit. Is that paid for, or do we owe money, or what's the status?
I'm sorry, what?
Guy Signs, isn't Guy Signs the company that was gonna supply us an audit, Judge?
No, that is not included in this.
No, I know, that's what I was wondering, is that all paid for by insurance money, that when the audit was turned out?
Should be.
I don't know, I'm asking.
Anyone else? John?
As far as continuing on with the rest of the work, I feel we might as well go on with it. We've got that courthouse fund, that we set aside for this, or constructing a new courthouse facility, which is way down the road and lots of money. But we can't let what we've got fall down around us, so I feel we need to continue with, the items that we've got on schedule, her office, and then get some more bids on that outside work and resealing around windows and all that back up to what it needs to be.
Yep.
What they have to do to the roof, up there to repair it, did they reseal the whole thing, or we
Chuck kind of oversaw that one.
Good.
What Harness did, Harness Roofing is the company that, we, contracted with, secondly, to do it. First of all, Quality Assurance Roofing, put a new, basically a plastic, I'm not sure what you call it, a rubberized plastic, mat or fabric on the roof, okay? But one of the things that they didn't do is that they call parapets, what are they called around the parapets around the edge, they were not sealed, and the water was running straight down the walls. In some cases, the water was running in behind that sealant material, so they capped those with the sheet metal and then flared them out all the way around to seal that, so.
Larry?
Bottom line is, we've fought the roof for years. You can't have a flat roof and set a bunch of air conditioners on it and vibrate and shake it for 20 years and it not be a valid and water subject. And just every so often, you've got to repair it. But I'll throw a fit if we ever build anything else in the flat roof on it. I second.
Yeah.
Another thing, and Chuck has done great, Chuck, myself, and Matt is on the facilities committee. And Chuck kind of took the lead on this, and I encourage years on down the road, if you're on these committees, take it serious. And because we had some work done on this roof a couple of years ago, and nobody followed up to make sure they did the job right. And now we had to go back and redo some of it because nobody followed up on it to get up there and look at it. It takes time to climb up on this roof and go around and poke around. It does. And, but take it serious if you get put on one of these committees. If there's a job to be done in that area, get involved and make it work, because it's going to save us money on down the road. And,
Chuck?
One of the work that we're still doing is it's twofold. One is preventive, okay? You spend $1 to prevent $2 to $3 problem in the future. and we've been doing a lot of that, and the roof has a lot to do with that. Also, beautification. Personally, I'd like to come in and say, hey, this is our courthouse, right? And be proud of what it looks like. It's an older building, but I think, we can put a little, and I hate this term, but I'm gonna use it, lipstick on it and make it look nice. And it's just beautification. Structurally, I think we've got a pretty good building here. We just need to kind of dress it up a little bit.
There's one more thing, and I'm good.
I just had a question about, so when the roof was done and it wasn't sealed to the parapet, when did that happen?
2 years ago.
And that's what you're saying, nobody took a look at. And so is there any going back to the contractor who did that and saying, I mean, that's just a really shoddy job, right? Like that's, and they knew better, because there's no way to not know that.
Chuck?
I have personally contracted and talked to, Superior Quality Assurance, roofing several times. They keep saying, come out and look at it. They're on, or we are on their schedule, but they never materialize. Secondly, the time is gone past, really, when you can collect anything as far as, insurance and stuff like that.
One other little project that's not on here, and we think we can do this very, very cheaply, is the old Veterans Administration room downstairs. Just gonna be the new committee meeting room. And we gotta do a little bit of working on some paint and some cleaning up. Because in the past, especially come budget time, we have a lot of meetings and it draws a lot of people. And we borrowed from the bank, used theirs some, we used the jury room, we used Jeannie's office over there. But Jeannie's is great, but it's just not enough to handle, sometimes there's 20 people shows up these budget meetings. And so this room down here will accommodate that, and it's gonna take very little bit of work to get it all up to where it's usable.
Anyone else? Okay.
Judge,
Next item of business.
I'm quick. Is everybody okay? I mean, John kind of talked about just moving forward. Is everybody okay with that, or just like in the committee, it could be completely?
Larry?
Yes, I think we are. Do we need to appropriate some more money, or can you draw the money out of the fund that is?
We'll have to appropriate some more into that special fund for that. If you're okay with doing that.
Ms. Farrell?
I'm just real glad that you did bring this up, and I'd like to see you keep doing that. The committee keep informing us, that's great.
We'll report, remote.
Anyone else? JP comments? Chuck?
No,
Anyone else?
Sit on your hands.
Any JP comments? If not, you got it. You do it again.
I was off in Neverland, excuse me. But I made it back now.
Okay.
Anyway, the subject of security came up. And that's something that we discussed a little bit at our committee meeting. And that's something I think for all the clerks, the judge, everybody that works in the courthouse annex, should, I think, discuss within themselves, do you want a permanent security person or just a part-time security person? I think that's something that, as far as the Quorum Court is concerned, Judge, we will go with, it's my opinion, we will go with what the employees want. They feel they need security. I talked to several of them, they said, yes, we want full-time security. I talked to a couple of others and said, well, maybe only on certain occasions, right, that we should have security here. But, so, that's something that, and some people are here, and I will be willing to put, before the Quorum Court, whatever the people decide. I'll get with some of the clerks, the next week or so, and we'll put together a resolution.
Thank you. We can't discuss that.
Can't discuss it.
The election commission had an old A15-115 ballot reader. It was out of date and had no value but scrap. It was scrapped and the money will be put back into elections, totaling $19.60. On June the 15th, the road department has signed a contract with Williams Auctioneer Service to dispose of some of the old equipment that's no longer usable, we use. As soon as I get all the pictures and everything, I'll try to make it more available to you. Other than that, thank you all for coming. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. Matt, second.
Kelly said.